Welcome everybody to a unique video. I guess for those that know me, I am the GOAT D James. I'm a podcaster, a writer, and recently I've decided to dip my toe into the waters of making a video essay, and for these I wanted to focus on things that I enjoy, things that I like, so I can't really say when I'll be uploading these as far as a schedule, but I can say that they'll always be on things that I like, and hopefully you will like them as well. This one here, I decided to make the first one about one of my favorite games of all time, Cyberpunk 2077.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues: sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going.
For the chooms that are listening to this, you already know what Cyberpunk 2077 is. And for those that don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG from CD Projekt Red, set in a dystopian night city, where players control a mercenary outlaw named V on a quest for a unique implant. For those that have played the game, front to back, you already know the story. The game released in a certain weird state.
Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going.
I think we might need a little bit of help.
In, 2020, so many things have changed since then, in the world and in gaming. I have over, let's say, give or take, about 160 hours into the game, and I had first watched a few trailers from CD Projekt Red, and I was coming off of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which introduced me to the company itself, and I became a fan instantly of their writing, of their characters, and their world building, everything from top to bottom. And anything in a modern or futuristic setting was right up my alley, and I had wanted to explore more in their world, in their telling of a dystopian future, capitalism gone wrong, as some would know. Now, when the game released in 2020, it was notorious for the bugs, its broken state. Driving felt like GTA 4 but on ice. The world was somehow collapsing on itself, like reality was being ripped apart. Characters weren't acting like themselves, and I mean, my God, the list just goes on and on. I'm sure there's a shitload of video essays that have been made already about what has gone on in the game. I had played the game on a Xbox One. You guys already know how that console was, and I'm an avid Xbox fan. Now, there was something, despite the bugs, that kept me with the game. Now, for those who know me, I'm a big fan of Bethesda. And if you know Bethesda, there's another B word that follows it. It is bugs. So I had learned to ignore them in their games, in a Fallout 4 and a Skyrim, of course. And also, I'm a Assassin's Creed fan, and I think that kind of explains the rest of my experiences with bugs. But there was more to the game, there was more to the story that brought me in. Its world, its people, and the overall design aesthetic. Now, overall, Cyberpunk is a technical masterpiece with little to no loading screens. I don't even think by the elevators, maybe even. We know about the gamers know about the elevator trick where you're in an elevator and it's a mask to cover up what's going on, all the loading around you, but the city is deep, the city is lush, there are a variety of places all over. And one of the things I really admire is the design aesthetic. Now, a little bit later in the video, I'm going to give a few of my favorite places, but I'm going to continue to talk about what had brought me in. And that was the gameplay. Now, for those that have played Cyberpunk at the start, you already know how hard it was to play the game. If the world wasn't falling apart, or you didn't get hit with a crash or two here and there. Frame rate drops. The works. But even still, I ignored all of that in service to the story, which really kept me in the beginning. And with all the CGI trailers that were already out at the time, I kind of stuck with it. A mercenary, I like mercenaries. Futuristic city, I'm a fan. And as I played the game, I'd fell in love with it. And I think I might have been one of its strongest soldiers at the time. Now, I really wasn't making YouTube videos for this channel. I was in a different place creatively, but there was something more. The game spoke to me over time as I had started writing, as I started becoming a creative, as I got more involved in creative spaces, meeting more people, artists and writers alike. Now, when it came to doing more research to become a smarter writer, for those that don't know, I have my own comic universe called The Lightverse that I'm working on, and it's inspired by various media, both East and West. I was like, let me keep playing this game and maybe let's see what I can pull from it creatively. And over time, I did. Inspiration, of course, can be found in anywhere, in any interesting place, be that a book, video game, movie, media, you name it. If you're a creative, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And when it came to looking at more of the world and how it works, I had to look at who created it. The great Mike Pondsmith.
It's rain-wet streets, it's nights like this with fog rolling in, cars, faceless people going by doing the things that they're doing. There's something kind of hypnotic about it. That's when I get inspired to carry what these streets are like, what the city is like, the mysteries, the stories, the thousands and thousands of people that you pass that are going by as shadows in this wet, cold, dangerous environment. I wanted to grab that. I wanted to take it into the future, and where I took it was Cyberpunk. What I loved was the fact that it was a combination of dystopian society, a lot of technology, with this really great overlayer of almost film noir. In a cyberpunk world, I realized real soon, was a world where people had the technology, but it didn't fundamentally change the fact that there was a lot of treacherous, nasty behavior, large weapons, and a lot of sort of serious danger all about.
Now, Mike Pondsmith is somebody that's mainly known as the creator of Cyberpunk, a role-playing tabletop game that first released in 1988. Long before neon skylines and chrome limbs became mainstream, Pondsmith envisioned a world where technology didn't save humanity. Instead, it sharpened its inequalities. Corporations became gods, cities became pressure cookers, and style itself turned into a form of resistance. His Cyberpunk wasn't about shiny gadgets. No. It was about people scraping meaning out of systems designed to crush them, left and right. Now, of course, his influence quietly spread for decades, shaping writers, designers, and players who recognized something uncomfortably true in his world. That influence burst into the wider public view with Cyberpunk 2077, which carried his DNA straight into the video games, bringing Night City to life in high-definition excess and decay. Obviously from what we've seen and how the game released. But even then, Pondsmith remained less prophet than guide, reminding audiences that the genre isn't about predicting the future, but warning the present. We've seen a multitude of times, from Edge Runners to Cyberpunk itself, that it is a warning capitalism gone wrong, as some of my personal chooms have talked about.
I saw a corpse strip farmers of water, and eventually of land. Saw them transform Night City into a machine fueled by people's crushed spirits, broken dreams, and empty pockets. Corps have long controlled our lives, taken lots, and now they're after our souls.
Might be right. Can't really argue with you there.
V, I've declared war not because capitalism's a thorn in my side or out of nostalgia for an America gone by. This war's a people's war against a system that spiraled out of our control. It's a war against the fucking forces of entropy. Understand? Do whatever it takes to stop them, defeat them, gut them. If I gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it. Fucking hell. You still don't see it, but you will one day.
Well, and the thing that really took me back a little bit to make this video in the first place was a walk I took through Dogtown. And throughout the years of my playing of video games, I've never really took an extra moment to let the world breathe a little bit. I started speedrunning games during COVID and then properly translated to slowing down, taking my time with games, analyzing the world, enjoying the environmental storytelling of what's just going on around me. After doing that, it hit me. Wow, this is a technological masterpiece. Wow, this world is so vivid and vibrant, filled with so much. It was like a epiphany, a creative epiphany. You see this immersion from the stalls, the vendors, the characters around you talking, and even their advertisements. And we've seen how chaotic they can get. Case in point, many things like real water for $99 a gallon. Who the hell would buy that? Who the hell would want to live just with that in their mind, drinking water that costs a hell of a lot, and then hating your own meat with mystery meat? Who the fuck is buying that? So there were other ads in the game that really poked fun at everyone's obvious wants and needs, their sexual desires, and all of the other strangers and freaks that had things that they wanted in the world. New skin, new eyes, implants, you name it, they got it for you. And our world is not too different. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a zany random ad featuring somebody you know?
This thing is the new drink. It's all over the streets, man. Look for the yellow jacket all over the green can. It'll pump adrenaline like a giant machine, man. Drink anything else? That's just obscene, man. Need a pickup in your daily routine, man? It'll blast like a fire with gasoline, man. Make sure the simple citrus is up in your hand. 10 times the energy of any heavy metal band. Y'all don't know by now? I'm gonna smack your crew. This is YJ Stinger straight from Stacker 2. This YJ Stinger is the energy king. Go on, catch the buzz, feel the sting. Is that good? All right, cool. Bet.
Hello, Internet.
Yellow bitch, I'm with the squad. Yellow bitch, I'm with the squad. BKS moving like we in a fucking mob. If you play with us, I'll blow your fucking top. Blow your top with a Glock. Asking all these fucking questions like asking all these fucking questions like
Lastly, Night City in Cyberpunk 2077 is visually striking because of its scale, density, and attention to detail. The city itself is designed to feel large and overwhelming, with towering mega buildings, crowded streets, and constant movement. It presents a believable futuristic urban environment where technology, architecture, and population are tightly packed together. At night, the city becomes especially impressive. Neon signs, holographic advertisements, and street lighting dominate the landscape, creating a very strong visual identity. Rain and reflective surfaces enhance the lighting, making the streets and buildings feel alive rather than just static, like any other world before it. Each district, from North Oak all the way to Pacifica, has a distinct look, from the corporate polish of a city center to the rough industrial appearance of Pacifica, where the Voodoo Boys stay at, which adds varieties and depth to the world. Night City's beauty also comes from how lived in it feels. Pedestrians follow routines, vendors operate stalls, traffic flows continuously, and background conversations just fill the air. These details make the city feel like a functioning place, rather than a simple game environment. Even smaller locations, such as alleyways or apartment complexes, all are carefully designed and contribute to the overall atmosphere. The contrast between wealth and poverty is also a central theme. Expensive high-rise buildings and luxury apartments exist alongside overcrowded neighborhoods and deteriorating infrastructure. This contrast is consistently visible and helps reinforce the setting's social and economic divisions. The city's design communicates these ideas clearly, without needing exposition. So overall, Night City is beautiful because of its strong visual design, consistent world building, and sense of scale. It succeeds in creating a believable futuristic city that feels active, complex, and immersive, making exploration engaging, even when no objectives are present. So yeah, that was my thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. And for those listening, you can also find me on Spotify at Talks with the GOAT. Been going on for 5 years strong, hope to go on for many more. If you enjoyed this and if you would like to hear me talk about more things, please comment below. And I hope to see you again next time. I'll leave the rest to Mr. Mike Pondsmith.
Well, what I say is whatever you take away from Cyberpunk and the Cyberpunk world, remember that there are a couple lessons. One, you should give a damn about the people around you and know who you give a damn about, because you'll have to make some tough decisions around those people. Two, technology is a tool. It is not something that is a be-all and end-all for itself. You use it. You know, I use this phone a lot, but I can also put it down, because in the end, there are things that phone cannot do that my mind can't do.
Hello, Internet.
Yellow bitch, I'm with the squad. Yellow bitch, I'm with the squad. BKS moving like we in a fucking mob. If you play with us, I'll blow your fucking top. Blow your top.